How's it going, guys? We are live. Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make over $200,000 per year in real estate wholesaling. That comes out to about 16,500. I think the number's like 16,800 a month in real estate wholesaling per year in net profits. So in this video, this is our wholesaling houses for real coaching call. So really exciting. So I'm going to talk a little bit about making 200K a year. And then I'm going to bring some people in my mastermind to talk about how I can help them make over $200,000 per year in their real estate wholesaling business. So before we get into it, guys, remember you need to smash that like button and subscribe to get the most free value and content from me. It means a lot. And that's what I'm trying to do today, guys. $200,000 per year in real estate wholesaling profit. Now, might seem a little daunting for you, especially starting out in real estate wholesaling, but I can tell you right now, it is 100% possible to make over 200K per year in real estate wholesaling. So let's do the math, because I know a lot of people that they talk about making that money in real estate wholesaling, and they'll tell you do X, Y, and Z. But really what I want to do is visualize this for you so you can really put pen to paper on what it really takes to make over 200K per year in real estate wholesaling. It's not that complicated. It's 200,000. You just got to do the numbers and do the math, and we'll do it for you. So let me pull up the whiteboard and let's do some math, because honestly, the facts don't lie. This is going to be the truth between people who are successful in this business and people who aren't. So let's pull up the whiteboard here and let's see what I can do to help you guys make over 200K per year in real estate wholesaling. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Zach Ginn. I'm a seven-figure real estate wholesaler out of Port St. Lucie, Florida, and I'm on a mission to help you become the best wholesaler possible in real estate. My actual goal is to help you make over $1 million if you can in your lifetime in real estate wholesaling over 10 years. So it's 100K per year. That's my goal. I want to help you become a millionaire with real estate wholesaling. And I really want you to become a real estate wholesaler that is successful and is truly making over 200K a year. And that's what this video is all about. So let me go share my screen up here and really show you what the numbers are looking like, because 200K per year is not that complicated. And yes, it seems very daunting to start out, but really it's not. So let's get the whiteboard out here and let's get it going. So let me add this on here. Let me see if you guys can see me here, and should be good. So let's break down the numbers here. So if you want to come out here and make 200K per year, let's get everything. It's a little thicker here. Let's get it going. So, oops, get out of here. Your goal is 200K per year. Let's get out of here. So if 200K is your goal, we're going to have to do some math here, and so we can understand it. So that's about, let's say our average deal, like net profit after marketing stuff, is 10K. Okay. That means literally, this is what $200,000 per year looks like. Literally, that's 20 deals. That's it. That is all we have to do. I'm trying to visualize this for you guys. 20 deals. That is all you need to do. You divide 20 by 12, comes out to like 1.5 deals, 1.7 deals per month. So all we got to do is get 20 deals. Now, how do we get 20 deals? There is a multitude of ways for us to get 20 deals in real estate wholesaling, and it's not that complicated, guys. Like I'm 100%, I can tell you, it might seem easy for me to go in front of you guys and say, oh, just do 20 deals, things like that. Here's how easy it is. 20 deals, literally. There's some math we can do. So to get one deal, so let's break the numbers down here. For one deal, on average, it will probably take 40 hours of cold calling. So you can do that route. Okay. Take about 40 hours of cold calling. Probably take us, let's say, 50 hours of driving for dollars, I would say. Like if you want to really break down the numbers, or if we did SMS, it'll probably take us 80 to 100 hours if we're doing the skip tracing ourselves. Okay. So this is the numbers here. So if you put in that for 20 deals, all you got to do is do some multiplication. Okay. So 40 times 20, that's 800 hours. So 50 times 20, it's 1,000. And then 80, probably be 1,600. Okay. Let's go down a little further here. So hope you guys understand this, if it makes sense. So let's look at the money. Let's look at the green here. Oops. So now we know how much time it'll take us. So that means on average to get a deal 40 hours, 50 hours, 80. So of working hours. So if we look at everything here, we can see about the cold calling wise, I would say to get one deal probably costs us about, I would say here, probably cost us 50 to 60K depending on what you're doing skip tracing wise, if you're going to use someone or get some help of just marketing costs. So you'd probably to get 20 deals, it'd probably take you $50,000-$60,000 if you actually found someone to do the work for you. Drawing for dollars would probably be closer to 70, and then you're at like probably 80K if you actually want to get like serious about the numbers. If we're doing 15K deals, so 10's net, but if you want to bring it to like 15K, that's probably what we're looking at. So like if you're trying to run like a delegated business, just as a quick look for you guys. But if you want to really make your numbers really thin here and pretty easy, I would think it probably costs you around $500 per cold calling deal. So again, it does cost money to get it going, but once you get one deal, you can reinvest that into the actual business. So if you really want to look at everything, what's the time wise? So 800 hours would seriously be for marketing plus everything. It's about 15 hours of work a week. If we want to do the drawing for dollars, it's about 19 hours a week of just marketing. This is marketing, guys. And then SMS, we'll just double it and be 30 hours. So I want you guys to think about this. This is how many hours per week. This is how many hours per week you have to put into the actual marketing only. This is marketing. Literally, I'm going to write this for you. Marketing. Just if you guys are going to screenshot this. Now my handwriting's bad. I know it. You guys can go roast me after. But literally, this is how much time in marketing you're going to have to put per week if you want to make 200K per year. I want you guys to visualize this because I don't think a lot of people visualize this at all. And I think it's super important you guys do this because if you don't visualize what it takes to make $200,000 per year, I get DMs on daily basis as how to make over 100K per year. And they want to know how it takes or what you have to do. That's what you have to do in marketing. Now, no one's ever talking about this. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Let's do purple here. If you want to see what the overall time is on this stuff, this is going to shock you. But you're probably most likely going to have to double this time literally for everything else. So this is going to be 30. Okay? Boom. 19, 38. This going to be 60. That's how many hours per week you're going to have to put total into the wholesaling business for you to do well. Why is it doubled? The doubling comes from a multitude of reasons. Number one is going to be follow-ups. Follow-ups, that's where the extra double time is going to come from. Appointments, closing deals. transaction coordinating. And then after transaction coordinating, it would be most likely, I think you'd probably be working on systems, employees if you had any. Here's the big one. This is why it's going to be double. Make this yellow because it's important. Cash buyers, building a cash buyers list, and networking. So if you guys legit want to go out here and make a $200,000 per year business for real estate wholesaling, just systems wise, this is what it looks like. I'm going to try to pan this out as best as I can so you guys can kind of screenshot this. But this is the truth. This is the stuff gurus won't tell you. This is what it really looks like. Terrible handwriting, I know. If you guys want to take a quick screenshot, but this is literally what you see inside Mastermind, stuff like this is what it looks like. So if you want to make $200,000 per year, this is what everything's looking like. You're going to have to put in the hours for the business, and this is what the hours look like. For the money wise, it's really up to you how much time you actually want to spend. You can increase the time spent marketing, and the cost of getting the leads are a lot lower, or you can increase the leads and you have a lot less time. You have a lot more to like free time in your hands. So just choose what kind of business, especially when you want to make $200,000 per year, you want. Think about that for yourself. Think about that, what you want for your family if you have a family. But overall, that's what it's going to take to make over $200,000 per year in real estate wholesaling. It's up to you. Do you want to put in the hard work and the grind of the cold calling? Do you want to do direct mail? If you have more money, it's truly up to you. You're going to have to make the decision yourself. I cannot hold your hand on this and tell you do this, this, and this. You're going to have to make the decision yourself. Like ultimately, you can watch all the content from me, but for you to go out there and take the action, that's what it's all about. And that is my goal here. That is why I painstakingly every single week on the coaching calls here, I try my best to help you guys out in your business because I want you guys to succeed. I don't need to think you can make $200,000 per year in real estate wholesaling and work 5 hours a week. It is not possible if you're doing it all by yourself. You're going to have systems. You're going to have employees in place. You're going to have VAs doing the marketing for you. That's why I bring on people like my guest yesterday. We talked about his VA system and how he's able to work and put the real, like his actual time in the most important stuff out there, making over 6 figures a year in real estate wholesaling. It's because you have to put time in this business to be successful. I'm sick of these gurus trying to sell you courses and stuff that show you, you work 5 hours a week for the stuff. If you have the delegation right, yes, but most of you guys don't. So you have to implement systems. Make sure you get your time right. You have to understand how much time the stuff really takes to get to that level. And once you get to that level and your acquisitions level is that good, you can hit it up. So that is my goal, guys. That is how you're going to make $200,000 per year. You're going to have to actually find how to do it. You got to keep it simple. I see some of the comments. It is true. I'm telling you, you have to make it simple. Now, I know some people say, oh, my average deal is not 10,000. It might not be 10,000. That means you can probably do more deals. So it's fine. But really, there's no excuses right now for you not to make $200,000 per year. Find the marketing channels that work really well in your market. Hit that up as hard as you can. Go all out. Figure out how much time it takes, how much money you need to put in to get a deal, and then just start doing the arbitrage from there. Hey, I figure out all I have to do is get 300 driving for dollars leads and make a $15,000 wholesale deal. Start hammering that until you make $200,000. That is your plan to make over $200,000 per year in this real estate wholesaling business. Test out how much time it takes you to get a deal, how much money it takes you to get a deal, then go all out in that strategy until you hit that money goal that you have. The one thing you're going to learn is once you hit, you'll probably learn if you're trying to hit 200,000. I'm trying to speak to everyone here. If you're trying to hit $200,000 per year, you probably reached 100K per year in real estate wholesaling, which is awesome. Human nature is a funny thing. Human nature turns you into Jeff Bezos. That is the truth. You make 100K per year. Now your brain's like, you need to make 200 a year. You make 200. Then your brain's like, you need to make 400. You need to make $1 million. You need to make 2 million, 5, 10, 15, until you're a Jeff Bezos where you have like a $200 billion net worth and he ain't going to stop anytime soon. He wants to be a trillionaire. It is never enough. That is how the human brain works. always constantly want more. That's why we have electric cars like Elon Musk. That's why everyone just always constantly innovates. It's why electricity is here. That's why Thomas Edison worked so hard. We're constantly trying to become better. And just understand that part of human nature, that you will always try to get more and more and more. And it truly might not help your happiness. So think about why you want to make $200,000 per year. It is a lifestyle change to go from 100K to 200K. That doubling of the money there will require a sacrifice. Are you going to sacrifice more money and get delegations going on there? Or are you going to try to do the solopreneur route and work 70 hours per week? If you're working 80 hours per week, making 200K and you're miserable in wholesaling, I don't think you should be doing it. Work 10, 15 hours a week and make 100K and be very efficient. Do what makes you truly happy in this business, and you will keep it going, stick it out, and eventually make more money. That is my goal here for 200K. Let's get some people on here. Let me see how I can help you guys make over $200,000 per year in real estate wholesaling, how I can help you become the best wholesaler possible. Let's get it going. Let's switch the banners up here, and let's get it going. So looks like we're red. So we got the blue theme today. So let's switch that over. Should make it yellow. Why not? All right. Change one thing out here. We should be good. Mike is always the first one on. Always. Mike, thank you so much, man.
Zach, how are you?
I appreciate you going through my little rant there. But what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How's everything on your end?
Dude, I'm blessed. Every day above ground's an amazing day.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, just I had a couple questions for you. I've been going hard on the fire list, really just talking to, counties, states, all those municipalities and trying to figure it out. While explaining the Freedom of Information Act, and here in New York, the Freedom of Information Law. But I'm getting a ton of resistance in the form of these, it's getting passed off to secretaries and people like that, but telling me that these lists do not exist and that they don't keep track. And when I try and follow up, be like, hey, maybe there's something else along this lines or some other list that I'm not thinking about, that kind of deals with these things. And every time it's the same answer, like, we don't have that, we don't keep track of that sort of thing. Any ideas or tips to kind of, I know you keep pushing forward, which is, I keep contacting them and trying to contact other people, higher up or things like that. But I haven't been able to get a single fire list yet. And I've been trying for a week now.
Have you so what happens when you contact the fire department?
They either send me to another department in the town, or they send the same thing back. I get it's almost like an automated reply saying like, thank you for your request. We don't keep track of any metrics like this. Okay.
And did you file the Freedom of Information Act?
Oh no, I didn't file it. No, I would follow that up with like, okay, according to the Freedom of Information Act, and give a little, just to show that,
it's a request. You got to submit a real request.
Okay. Because I was doing that in New York, in New York, but even filing that request in New York, I get the exact same thing back, just saying these are not records we keep.
So you've actually submitted Freedom of Information Act requests?
Yeah. Let me sorry.
Yeah, let me see.
Well, yeah, I mean, let me grab my phone and see if I can look it up real quick.
So why he does that, guys, remember, this is part of the Wholesaling Houses for Real Mastermind. So if you want to be on Zoom calls and like the actual calls, like videos one-on-one with me like this, all you literally have to do is go to Wholesaling Houses for Real on Facebook and you can join me. Simple as that. That is how easy it is to come on here and actually talk to me. I put it in the comments. I put it live. I make it as easy as possible. That is what I do. So let's go pop everything up here. So this is Wholesaling Houses for Real. So go on there. The link is below. Just go to facebook.com/groups/Wholesaling Houses for Real, and I'll help you out. We'll get it going and we'll pop it up. But the Freedom of Information Act is an interesting one. Usually when you file them, usually get them pretty easy. So the one thing I can tell you is you just got to keep hammering them. Like I sound like a broken record saying it, but you got to get in front of someone and you'll get the results. I mean, it's hard. You just got to keep hammering until the government official is like, okay, it's more annoying for me not to give it to you than it is to give it to you. Once you cross that threshold, they will give it to you.
Okay.
That's what I found out with every list. You have to be more annoying.
Like for instance, like, from the Nassau County government, Kevin Bradley, the guy who runs the entire thing, I filed a Freedom of Information Law request, with a very detailed list of what I was looking for. And he was like, we do not maintain a list of every property that received fire damage, so your request will be denied. And it was just a bunch of those in a row, basically from all different counties. I haven't tried, I just tried that in New York so far. I haven't tried Florida yet, so maybe I'll have better luck down there.
Yeah.
But
I would keep trying. If you can't, just try a different place. Like every place I do, I keep hammering it. You just got to keep going. That's just beats to the point where it's more annoying for you requesting than it is to actually not do it.
Okay.
Just because they have a list.
Kill them with kindness and just annoy them until they're just like, oh my God, this guy's not going to stop.
Be that person.
Awesome. I've recently started, I think we were talking about it last week, but I started a SMS campaign last week, and I sent out almost 10,000 text messages, on a different, basing it kind of off of one of the, the scripts you had, just like, hey, is this so-and-so, hey, is this Kevin? This is Mike from Orlando, is 123 Main Street your place, sort of thing. I tried a couple different versions of that. I didn't get a single response back. I don't know,
really?
like
using batch?
Yeah. No, I don't even remember how I got put onto this, but I've been using REI Reply, but it seems, but I can't seem to wrap my head around it.
It's still legit. Like it's not like, oh my gosh, it's the worst service ever. You won't get any results. They still use Twilio. So yep. I would 100% get in contact with REI Reply and figure it out. There's a reason. You would have gotten one FU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and then I tried to send, I tried a couple of different test campaigns and things like that. There's not a lot of information about it, so it's kind of hard to set up. But yeah, I didn't get anything back on that. I do a little more. But the other thing I'm going to hire a cold caller. So I wonder if you had any, things to look for or any good to ask. Because anything above and beyond, like how long are you doing it, doing a test, running through a test or something like that. But any tips for that?
Yeah, I mean, the best test I can give you is just have them start calling and start. That's the best way you're going to know. An interview, you're not going to learn if they're good at cold calling until they actually start doing it. I would start creating training videos and just upload them unlisted on YouTube and just do it once, because it will make it a lot easier to fire a VA if you have all the training already there. Like I fire a VA, just bring them through our training. Boom. Easy as that. You can use VA guys that do the services already trained for you, but I'd rather them be trained with you. And that's what I would do. Upwork.com is really good. Onlinejobs.ph. Find out how good their voices are, and then boom, that's it.
Okay. Because I've been using like Fiverr. I have a couple people on there that I spoke to. Some of them are kind of like, oh, I have this script I've been using for years, and it has this turnover rate and things like that. So I guess it's just kind of a matter of what works best for my system.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's most of, I haven't made too much progress on the other stuff. I'm still cold calling on the side, but I think from that, because I haven't been able to dedicate as much time to it, unfortunately, but I'm trying to in the weeks spend a lot more time doing that personally on top of hiring at least one VA to do it about 25 weeks.
All right. Well, get it going, man. Let me know what the results. I'm excited. All right, Mike, I think you're popping in and out. So, all right,
okay. Mike. Sorry about that.
No worries, man. But keep it up, dude. And I guess I'll see you next week. But keep it up, dude. Let me know the results. And how many VAs are you trying to get?
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Zach.
I appreciate it.
Sorry, I can't. My internet's.
No worries, man. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, the internet was a little wobbly there, so we can't have that going on here. But no big deal. No big deal. We'll keep it going. Let's see here. All right. So let's get someone on here. Let's see. Angela? Angela?
Hey,
Hello?
Zach. Hey, honey.
Hey,
I'm
how's it
just,
going?
yeah, good. I'm just here listening. I don't know
Oh,
why I should share that. Yeah, I'm good, honey. I'm good.
all right. No worries. I appreciate it. Hello, Nat.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hi. How's it going? This is Zach.
Oh, hi, Zach. Oh my God, I wasn't ready. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. I actually do have a question.
Let me know.
I had a couple good leads, driving for dollars, but my issue is that some of them are under trust, and I haven't been able to figure out how to get information because the information on the trust is the numbers are found through like the free people, free search, whatever. Nothing works. Even one of this, I think, with the sun, doesn't even their numbers don't work either. So I'm kind of lost.
Okay. How many leads like this do you have?
I have like at least a couple under trust, and then I have other ones where it's like it's coming up as dead, and I have no like other relatives that are not coming up.
Okay. No big deal. So the best way again is that reverse address one. So you find the address of it and you go from there. So if you find the mailing address is 123 Main Street in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you go do the reverse search on True People Search. That's the best way out there. LLCs, I use Batch is really good at it, but I mean, that's the best way to do it. Unless you go in there and door knock on the address there. But that's the only way I get in contact with these people. Obviously, you can use some direct mail if you want. Send mail to that person, but that's the best way to get a hold of these trusts. Again, if it's like the Johnson C. Calhoun Trust, you know Johnson C. Calhoun with that address is probably who they are. That's my recommendation.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna try see if I can get somewhere with these leads.
All right.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Great. Is there anything else I can do to help you become a better wholesaler?
I'm just trying to get my first deal going. So
All right.
hopefully trying to get these leads to go somewhere.
Let's get it going. And on those driving for dollars leads that are with the trusts, are they vacant?
Are they what?
Are they vacant?
Yeah. There's some of them. Some of them are vacant, which I'm thinking it is gonna be a good deal if I get in contact with somebody.
Oh yeah. What I want you to do is put a yellow sticky note on the doors of those houses. If they're vacant, just basically with your name.
Mhm.
Hey, my name is Nat. Please give me a call back and then put your phone number there. That's another really good way to get a hold of them.
Okay. Okay.
And put like a rock over the sticky note or something so it doesn't blow away. That's another really good way to do it.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
I'll try to do
I
that.
appreciate it.
No, thank you.
And what market
Thank
are
you
you
for
in?
the information. Sorry?
What market are you in?
I'm trying to do Florida. Well, I live in New York, but I'm trying to work Florida. I go down there occasionally, so I was able to do some driver for dollars while I was down there.
Awesome. Where in Florida?
Orlando, Central Florida.
Great one. And then are you in New York City?
I live in New York City. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Probably a smart move.
Yeah, I tried New York City, but it's so complicated.
Oh, yeah. It's
So
a
yeah,
mess.
it's so complicated. So
All right. Well, Matt, I appreciate it. And let me know if there's any questions I can do to help you.
perfect. Thank you so much for all you
Thank
do.
you. Have a good one.
Really appreciate it. All right.
Awesome. 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 Let's hop Phil on.
Hey
Phil.
there, Zach.
How are you?
Howdy. Good. Let me turn down the Facebook.
All right.
I can hear you. Hey there.
Is that Earl Nightingale behind you?
It sure is. The
I already know
lead.
I'm talking
I'm
to a
listening
smart
to
man.
it while I'm working from home, but now I'm also talking to you while I'm working from home.
Your mindset has to be sharp then.
I'm trying. I can't say all that, but we're trying to work it out. But anyways, I'm new to wholesaling, trying to get my first deal. I've been using the batch dialer, and I had a list. I got it from my property something. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
But anyway, yesterday, 2.5 hours of batch dialer, 3 lines, and then later 4 lines.
Smart.
And I talked to 3 people. It didn't connect. It was just total silence, right? All that time, except for 3 times I connected to people who weren't interested. But I'm what batch dialer claimed the people, I went and chatted with them. It's like, what's going on? They're like, it's normal. There people are hanging up, people are not answering, people are doing it, whatever they're saying, but not talking to anybody. Meanwhile, I burned through like 400 people yesterday. I mean, so I'm going to do the same thing today. I'm still working on a list, but I'm just wondering, is that normal?
Okay.
First time doing this.
A couple things. So what list is this?
It is inherited property list from a company. I can't remember the name of it. It's
okay. So the results of cold calling, it goes down to honestly, it's very simple the way it is. And it's an easy thing to diagnose. So depends on if the list is good, the time you called, and basically the service you use and the skip tracing.
It's a lot
quality.
of old people, but
yeah. So an inherited list, depending on how good of that list is, the best way for you to know if it's the batch dialer that's the problem or if it's something else is I would pull a regular vacant list and try to cold call that or code violations. Okay. I could tell you it's probably not batch dialer that's the problem. All they do is connect you to the person. Right. I use ZenCall. I've used all of them. So I would try a different list, use tree people search, and just skip trace a code violation list of 100 and try that. And if you're getting no results doing it, maybe that's the problem. That maybe it's batch dialer that's the problem. You never know. That's why I always tell people to try a trial with it. So maybe that's the problem. I would probably test out other type of leads, try probates, fire damage properties, all the niche lists you can, because the more niche list you can, the more chance of you getting someone to actually answer. So I would test everything out and then try the quality of skip tracing. So if you get skip trace, where do you get the skip tracing on this batch of 400?
This was from Skip REI. I've done cold calling one time before, and I used what I called absentee landlord list from PropStream and skipped it again through Skip REI. And I talked to a lot more people than that. Over a 2-hour period, I probably would talk to maybe 15 people. So that's why I thought it was the batch dialer. But when I contacted them, they say it's not the dialer. The dialer is dialing. Your people are not picking up. The answer machine's picking up. They got a whole bunch of reasons why those folks aren't talking to me. But
are you talking about Maxwell skip tracing service?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So his stuff's legit. So you're going that end. I know he won't put out broad product, and his stuff's fine. So it's not the skip tracing that's the issue. It's either the list or the dialer, or the time. What time were you cold calling at?
I was calling 5 to 7, 5 to 8 rather, p.m.
Perfect time. So now it's probably the list. That's most likely what I'm thinking here. I would test out a regular list of 400 and on just a general a high equity list or a vacant list. Right. Most likely a vacant high equity list. And if you get no results on that, then we know that something's up. So that's my recommendation.
Will batch call those people if I've called them before?
Depends how you upload it. So if you upload 5,000, it'll do the 4,600 on the bottom. If you did just 500 and you re-upload it, then you'll call it again. It just depends.
Okay. I'll try it again. I'll do a new list from PropStream and run that and see if I get any results.
Yeah, just do a very general list. Don't get too cute with it. And I think you should do I think you'll get better results. But that was the perfect time, 5 to 7, 5 to 8.
Yeah.
That's peak time to get your stuff answered. So that's probably what I do. What is your what's your script looking like? So like how are you pitching it?
Script. You know the what is it, Brent Daniels TTP script?
Okay.
I haven't even looked at. I know you have a script on there too.
I mean,
should compare them.
You don't have to use my script. You don't have to use anyone's script. The way I do it is I just make it as general as possible. I don't want the person I'm calling to know I'm cold calling them. I want them to think I'm a general Joe Schmo, a friend. So that's the way I don't use other people's scripts. And everyone uses like the most common people, like YouTuber script, and then the seller gets used to it. They say the same exact thing. So I make it super simple, super easy. But yeah, that script's fine. You should go with that. I mean, you're generally just asking someone if they're interested in selling a house, so you won't go wrong with it.
Okay. So new list, test it out, see if I get better results. Oh, if I get better results, that inherited list, should
Probably
I
not good.
text it instead of calling it? Should I mail
Call
to
it.
them?
Still call the whole list, and just see. I'm a big tester. That's what I do. Tax delinquencies aren't the best where I'm at, but probates and code violations are really good in my market. So that's how I figure out what's good or not. I test like crazy. What market are you in?
Albuquerque, small market anyway.
Yeah, it's a small, weird market. You definitely have to test it out. I don't know too many wholesalers out there in Albuquerque, so I'd probably have to test it out and see.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, Phil. Is there anything else I can do to help you out?
Right now, just looking for that deal. All right.
All right. Get it going, man. Try suburbs outside of Albuquerque, like the county surrounding it. Try to get niched out, and I can tell you, I think you can do very well. So I believe in you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Keep it. Thanks, Phil. Keep it up.
All right. Thanks, Zach. Bye.
Earl Nightingale. Whoa. Great guy. I listened to a lot of Earl Nightingale when I was driving for dollars, when I was starting out 17 years old. And that is a great guy. Rest in peace. Great mindset person. But I 100% recommend you listen to YouTube video. It's called Earl Nightingale, The Secret That Everyone Should Know. Let me see here. Let's see what it's called. The Strangest Secret. Listen to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. It's from the 50s. It's really old. Let's see. It's called Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. It's an old recording. Great. That I recommend everyone listen to that. Like if you got any free time driving for dollars, driving, let's say for Father's Day, you're going to drive 30 minutes to your dad. Put that in the car while you're driving. Great stuff. It's old. I'm telling you, it's great stuff. Yolanda, what's up? Hello. All right, we'll swing back. Jacob, what's up?
Yo,
Man, what's up? Hello. Hello. Hey, man, can you hear me? All righty. Put your volume up. So I know my audio is working. So just let me know. Hello. All right. Jorge.
Hey, Zach, how you doing?
Dude, I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. And you put up great content. Thank you very much to you and your dad.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate your support.
Thank you, brother. I have a question for you. So I have a seller. He has a $700,000 house. It needs a new roof, and I called roofers. It's about $12,000 to fix or to replace it. It also needs AC. Let's say the AC is about 10 grand. I want to make 10 grand on it as well. What should my offer be, or what else can I add in there, or is that it? Just subtracting what's needed, or do I need to add something to subtract basically on what I need as far as I know it needs paint. He admitted it needs paint inside, but you can increase the size of the rooms and whatnot, but that's up to the new buyer. What else can I do or tell him to make my offer more agreeable with him?
All right, break down the numbers one more time for me.
Okay, so
Yeah, right now.
the house, it's 700,000. Okay, and it needs a new roof. That's about 12,000. It needs a new AC. That's about 10,000.
Okay.
So that's just what it needs. Now, what can I tell him in order for me to make 10 grand? I just can't subtract 10 grand from there, can I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really? Just that? Okay. No, he also owes. Okay, so let me just real quick. There's 476,000 in equity, but he also owes 226,000. So what are
Wait,
numbers?
how much is the total debt?
Total debt is 226.
And what was that? Oh, that was equity. Okay.
And then equity is 476.
Good for him.
Yeah. So what do you think what about the equity that or the balance that he owes? Do I subtract that?
For his net, yes. No,
okay.
you're not doing repairs. So it's whatever his equity is going to be.
Oh, whatever.
700. I mean, it's the purchase price you agree to minus what he owes, and that's what he'll probably net.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow. He's not gonna net much. Okay, so then, so 700 minus
like 450K.
Say again.
That's a lot of money.
Say again.
That's a lot of money to net.
476. But I'm going to subtract. You said subtract 226 from that, or just subtract?
No, from 700.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Whatever your purchase price is going to be. So let's say it's 700 minus the 226 he owes. That's what his equity. That's what he net most likely.
Okay, so then I start off from the net to start subtracting the roof and the paint and the driveway and all that.
No. Okay. What is the ARV on the property?
ARV is 756.
Okay. How much does it need to get it to that level?
It needs to get to that level. You're going to need.
Don't lie to me. What does it actually need?
It's going to need at least. No, it's definitely going to need at least 40,000 just to get to that level.
Paint, making the driveway good, the landscaping nice.
Oh yeah, and this is in LA too, by the way. So
okay.
Yeah.
So that is equal to how much? About
so it's going to be 710. Yeah, correct.
Okay. You're at $710,000.
Mm-hmm.
Your cash buyer is probably going to want a 10 to 15% discount.
Right.
So they will probably be willing to pay you probably $650K if I'm guessing for the house.
Okay.
So you probably have to get on a contract for $640K to make your 10 grand.
So my 10 grand. Okay.
That's my guess.
That's not too bad. See if he flies with that. Yeah, he was telling me he wanted.
Go ahead.
He wanted at least 700, even though it does show fixed up 100% at 756. But yeah, I am willing to work with him. He's willing to work with me on that.
Does he understand real estate commission would be 42 grand on that?
Really?
I mean, what's 6% of 700?
Wow.
So you ask him this. Hey, if you listed with a realtor and you got an offer for $700,000, would that be something you'd be okay with?
Yeah.
Well, yes. Okay. Well, what's 6% of that? That means that real price would be $658,000. How much do you think closing costs are going to be? Let's calculate that.
Ooh.
Boom. Now we're at 650. And what negotiations, things like that. That's how I do it.
Perfect. No, that's great. I'm glad mention that. So I'm gonna definitely use that as my armor. Just, hey, buddy, this is what
That's
I
it.
got. Shoot them with it. Perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks for your help.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
You got it.
Thank you.
Take care, brother. Bye.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Perfect, man. What's up, dude? How are you, Jacob?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Dude, I'm amazing.
Good. So I had a question. I've been wholesaling since August and I've done a couple deals. So I'm sitting on a little bit of money.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm sitting right now on like 15K. So I want to know, what would you like, how would you spend that? Because like ultimately my end goal is to build, like some big operation around this. But 15K, it sounds like on paper and to some people, like it might sound like a lot, especially beginners, but like you can blow through that so quickly. So like if you had that budget to throw exclusively at wholesaling, what are you doing with it?
First of all, how much did you totally make on those 2 deals?
About 21, 22.
Okay. So I need you to put about 65, 7 grand just in the bank for taxes. I don't want you to get hosed from the IRS. Because if you spend all the money and then the IRS wants you to pay 7 grand, you're going to get screwed.
Mhm.
So 7K goes to Uncle Sam. We don't mess with him. You don't mess with the IRS. Okay. So 6 to 7K, it's their money. It's not my money. Depending on your tax bracket. So I always leave 30% to them. Now we're at 15 minus 7. Is it 8, right? So I think 8. Yeah. So we got 8K. How did you find those 2 deals?
The first one was through SMS. Second was through cold calling.
Okay. And what market are you in?
Detroit and Flint.
All right, dude. So we're not going to if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna go all out on both of them. The majority of the money, as you know, is probably gonna be spent on skip tracing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need you to start cold calling with a 3-line dialer and start SMS blasting. And keep
That's
going.
already what I was doing. I actually have
Dude.
a couple people calling for me right now too, but that adds up really quickly too. And
I know, dude.
the leads are coming in. They're not getting converted at the rate that I'd like. So it's getting time that I need to get back on the dialer for sure.
Yeah, dude. Keep it up until you can consistently get deals with your employees, and then you're good. I would follow up all the leads you possibly can and just start hammering the cold calling and the SMS.
How many do you think I should try and do a day for SMS?
Maybe 5, maybe 1 to 2,000, 5 days a week if you can.
Yeah, I mean, I do this full time, so like, the time isn't really an issue. I just don't know, like, especially with cold calling, like it's really easy for me to get burned out. Like I can go, like a week straight where I'll talk to like 300 to 500 people a day, and then after that, it's just like, it's like trying to run a marathon and then sprinting right out the gate. Like eventually, you're just, gassed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just have a schedule. That's what I'd say. You can cold call 3 hours a day, go cold call 3 hours a day. That'd be my recommendation for you, man. And try to implement drawing for dollars if you can and cold call that. I know that works pretty decently in Detroit. You're in the summer, it's not cold. I think it's the perfect time to start doing that too.
Yeah, weather's getting nicer over here. But all right, man, I appreciate the advice. I'll definitely have to get back to it and save the rest of this money.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you. Like, don't mess with the IRS. And in wholesaling, I figured out if you keep it simple and just do what works and start scaling that up, then you can start doing the pretty sexy stuff. And then you can do the fancy schmancy stuff. But right now you don't have that. Like, of course, that's a lot of money. Like, congrats to you. Like, you're doing better than most like people starting out. Hats off to you. But it's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to be very efficient with it until we can turn that into 100K, eventually 200, 300, 400 million. So you have really good momentum going up right now. Do it. Just keep hammering those. Those 2 marketing channels can bring you easily to 100K a year. And then eventually you can start adding more into it. But to turn it to 200 and then more and more and more. I think driving for dollars is the third marketing option you should look at. And that's really cold calling too. If you really look at it really on like the deep molecular service, that's cold calling also. So implement those three and keep it up, man. And if you have a problem with the leads coming in, start pumping up the cold calling more. If you have more money, start pumping up the SMS more, and keep it up.
For sure, man. I appreciate your help, man.
All right, Jacob, keep it
All
up,
right.
dude. I
Get
believe in
started.
you. Thanks.
Take care.
Pumps me up seeing guys like that doing well. Makes me happy. Yolanda,
Hey, Zach, how are you?
I'm blessed beyond stress. How are you?
Awesome. Perfect. I actually just purchased the probate Rick course like 2 hours ago. So I'm only in module 3.
Okay.
And it might answer some questions that I have. So I might be like jumping in,
Okay.
but I'm not actually anyhow. So when sending out like the marketing pieces, do you suggest that I use my name on the envelope or my like company's name on the envelope?
Use yours. Again, I don't know what link you use to buy that one. Definitely not from us. So just be careful on that one. Again, Rick did licensing to it. So I don't know how you found it, but just be careful with it. Because you thought, just DM me and I can help you with any questions you have. But remember, we don't get paid from it. So I don't promote it. So it's not our course. It's someone else's, just so you know.
Okay, yeah,
but,
I did.
Yeah, just so you have an FY on there. Like, it's not our course. But if you do envelopes in general, just use your name on the top left of the letter, and just start cold calling it.
And then do you suggest that I get a PO box since like I don't have an office or anything? Do I use my home address or do you suggest I get a PO box?
If you have the money, get a PO box. But I don't. There's just, you can even use your house if you had to.
Okay.
But it really depends how much money you got.
Okay, cool. And then so here's I guess the dilemma that I'm having. So I'm in California and I hear kind of you have a lot of like opinions surrounding it. It's a saturated market, blah 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 blah. Well, last week at like 4 a.m. I got up, I put up bandit signs, like I'm putting out bandit signs.
Where in Cali?
So I'm doing Inland Empire. So like Riverside.
Good market.
Yeah. Okay.
San Bernardino, great one.
Right. So when I was vetting cash buyers though, one of the cash buyers tells me, he's like, there's no deals right now. Like there's no deals out here. So I don't really know, what you're aiming for. And
All right.
So is it an
Next.
saturated market or are there no deals right now?
There's deals.
Okay.
They're probably so disgusted by the amount of wholesalers giving them terrible deals
Okay.
that they don't believe it. There's definitely deals out there. I know people making 10, 15K a month easy there, and people actually running really big businesses. So great market. I know people are doing $1 million per year there. Great market.
Okay.
Not the best out there. I mean, it's a rough one. Like it's not the easiest one out there. This ain't Knoxville, Tennessee, but you could still do very well. So yeah, it's a good one.
And so I was wondering, I won't say whose course, but this morning I had a free course call from one of the one of the gurus, and they suggested that I switch to virtual market and then purchase a virtual market like course that was like $5K. And I was like,
shocker. I'm
like,
shocked.
this is what Zach tells us. Okay. So I wasn't sure, like, because again, I've been driving for dollars. I've been putting out bandit signs. But it was just kind of like discouraging when I talked to an actual one cash buyer was like, I don't know what you're talking about. This seems too good to be true. I'm like, well, have you ever worked with a wholesaler? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, maybe that's why you don't understand. And then the second guy was like, there's no good deals right now. Like, I don't know, what area you're in, but nothing's going on right now. And
Okay.
So I was kind of torn on, do I continue to drive for dollars and put out bandit signs, or do I now look for a virtual market to go to?
Keep it up in the Inland Empire. I think you'll do good results there. I just know people drive for dollars and they get plenty of deals there. So there's deals there. You're dealing with very, very new cash buyers, and you got to educate them. I'm here to deal with the cash buyers that understand wholesaling. So if someone gives me any hesitation, on the next one. I'm not here to teach someone wholesaling. They got to understand it. The best cash buyers are the ones wholesalers already use. So there's a lot of Inland Empire, like real estate investing associations. Go to the meetings if you can be COVID safe. Go to the meetings, and there'll be cash buyers there. Network with other wholesalers out there, and figure out where they're selling deals, and start using their cash buyers. Plenty of cash buyers in the Inland Empire. There is a slew of them.
Right. So
many of them understand you and understand wholesaling.
I went to one Saturday. So I got up Friday, put up bandit signs, and then I went to a class Saturday, or like a REI type thing. Well, they're saying that, to come in, they want 90% of your deal and they'll give you 10%. And then if you want to go 50-50, if you want to JV with them, you actually have to purchase like a higher course, like higher training material, and then they'll go 50-50 with you. But off the bat, they want 90% of, if you bring them anything, they want 90% of it.
Okay. How about no? Go to a different real estate. Like, that's not what a RIA is. There's plenty of RIAs out there that don't do that. That's kind of messed up. That's
yeah, that one was in Riverside. And so I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm like, what? Like, I've been learning like assignment of contracts and purchase and sell agreements. I'm like, we're going to tell you what tools to use. I'm like, I have PropStream, I have Mojo Dollar, I have that. So what if I can lock it up, but I don't have a cash buyer? And they're like, well, bring it to us, and you still only get, like, we take 90, you take 10.
No.
Okay.
No. Seriously, no.
Okay.
Like, just cold call cash sales in the Inland Empire, and you'll find plenty of them. Okay. Go on Facebook and go find them. Do me a favor, when you get off of here, search cash buyer Inland Empire on every Facebook group you can possibly find for wholesaling. There will be so many emails, it'll be disgusting. Okay.
And then last one is the and again, I know you said the whole course thing, but what's I about to say? The letter, like the probate letter to send out, like the template. In one of the videos previously, Rick had kind of stated that he had shared it, but I couldn't find like what exact video where we can get like how to approach it. I got my blue, my blue pen to sign them, and got, I've kind of gotten all the tips, but I don't actually know where to find like the template or the formatting for the probate letters to send out.
It depends what licensing person's doing it. They should have it. I have no, like, seriously, I don't know what Rick was selling this thing in 2015, so I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah. And that was another thing. Cause I had found the link through like one of the older videos posted on the YouTube. And so that's why it went to it. And I noticed he was saying like build a relationship with a realtor, because they can run comps and stuff. But I'm like, is that still relevant now since you can do your own comps on PropStream? Should I still build like relationships with realtors?
I mean, this was before PropStream was big. So
okay.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, Rick had the link and he was getting like a certain percentage from the licensing person, and then they just stopped paying us like a couple of years ago, and then we just stopped. That greedy people. So we just don't do any courses anymore. I don't recommend anyone does it. So it should at least hopefully comes with a template, or just try to get a refund or something. That's all I could tell you.
Okay, cool.
But most likely it should have it in there. Okay. Hello. All right, Yolanda, appreciate it. Oh, back. Okay. All right, guys. So let me answer some quick questions really quick, and then we got to hop off. But let's see. What's up, guys? What's up? How many? Get at least 100 to 200. What's up, Morris? How are you guys? Hi, Zach. Watch your channel every day. 200K is my goal. I'm hitting a frustrating day. I've been trying to get my first deal for over a year. Don't make 200K your goal. Making one deal your goal. And start making consistent marketing schedule. The reason why you're not getting wholesaling deals is because you're not being consistent with it. Be consistent with your marketing, and the deals consistently will come through. Let's see what is up, guys. How's it going? Keep the comments up. I appreciate it. Let's see. Is this possibly solely with yes, you can easily make 200K virtually wholesaling. I know guys making millions virtually wholesaling exclusively. All right, I have a question. All right, we already answered that one. Add me on IG, Don Griffin Jr. I can help out with RI replies. Sweet. Thanks, Don. Hey, Zach, loving all your material. Thanks. I appreciate it. Let's see here. No. That ain't it, Chief. What were those sites you mentioned for VAs? Upwork.com and onlinejobs.ph. How of your screen so low? LOL, I can't wrap my head around the setup. Okay, I don't know what that means. Please explain. When looking up a property on PropStream and where it says equity and AMT, okay. Yeah, I mean, the equity is kind of rough. You got to do the comps yourself and kind of figure out try to figure out the equity from there. Can we have some callers that actually had a wholesale deal? We had some people that actually doing deals. Everyone on here is just people looking for help, which is great, but how about show people that followed your training and were successful to add some credibility. That's what I try to do. Obviously, people are going to use other gurus and stuff. I can't stop them. But if you use my stuff, I'm telling you, it'll help you even more. Thanks, Philip. I appreciate you. Also, if your business is $1 million a year business, how about you show us some of your lifestyle or assignment checks? All right. So first of all, let me show you my lifestyle. I got my Rolex. I got my sick whip. What is it? My Ford F-150. You know, living the life. So like I've told everyone before, I live very humbly. I invest basically all the money I have into my businesses and into actual investments because I'm 21 years old right now. And if I reinvest the business now, there's this thing called compound interest, and compound interest works very well. If I go buy a Rolex, it's going to depreciate. Some say it will appreciate maybe 4% a year. I'd rather buy that in natural rental properties, which will appreciate, make me 18 to 20% on there. You want some of my assignment checks? Go to my videos, go to my vlogs, where I show you the HUDs of me actually buying the property and selling it for a profit. I show you I put $1 to $2K in the property. Thomas, if you want to do me a favor, look at all my vlogs, go to my playlist. It's called Vlogs. Those are my assignment checks are, and then those were my HUDs are when I actually buy a property and sell it. Go to www.flipwithwork.com. Go to results. It'll show you, I think I do a year, and I'll show you all my checks for the quarter, all my assignments and stuff. Also in the vlogs, I show you my actual checks, Thomas. I appreciate it, but you need to watch more vlogs and you can understand it. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate it. Hey, Zach, I have a friend that wants to partner up. He says he has a successful website that brings in cash buyers he already worked with. I'm not sure what. He's probably using a carrot site, but maybe if he's shown actual results, then maybe it might be worth it. What SMS company do you use, and what do you do not to get in trouble with the Trace Act? I have a whole video on this. I just use smszach.com, smszach.com. That's the 500 text for $1. That's one I use, and they're compliant with the Trace Act, so I don't really have to worry too much about that. Hey, Zach, I have some questions regarding virtual wholesaling. Can I DM these questions? Of course. Let's see. Nice conversation. Appreciate your thoughts. It's good to see people doing well. It's inspiring. Do I need to get the property inspected or the cash buyer do that? You need to go with the cash buyer for the inspection. Zach's a killer in wholesaling. Thanks you. I appreciate it. These gurus are ruthless. I can tell you. I'm telling you, they are. Dang, dude. Try to JV with the top wholesaler if you're ever in really bad trouble. That's what I would say. Missed out on your first deal because I couldn't find a cash buyer. That's sad. When doing an assignment, what do I tell the seller if they ask me about my fees? What should I structure the closing so the seller isn't afraid? I mean, I don't tell the seller. It's just on the HUD. If they want to deal with it, they can. If you're very scared of it, you can do a double closing. That's my recommendation. How can you know the repair cost on a property that you are virtually wholesaling? The best way to do is call contractors in the area and figure out what the actual repairs are for flooring, how much it costs to replace a roof with a certain square footage, how much is do kitchen, baths, things like that, ACs. That's what I would do. Keith, great question here. Is Craigslist still relevant to finding motivated sellers? If so, how do I do it? It's decent. Post properties you have under contract, you'll find some cash buyers. Not the best, though. LOL. Touche, senor. Thomas, I can just tell you right now, I don't have an ego. So if I had a big ego and I was not confident in myself and I truly wanted to have validation from people who don't know me or don't personally know me, I would go buy things to make myself feel good in front of them. I don't do that. I know my value. I know my business. I live the lifestyle I want. That's the point of real estate wholesaling and running a 7-figure net operation, is not to live a lifestyle that makes you think that I'm cool. I do it for me. That's how I do it. I live humbly because I want to invest all the money I can at the age of 21, because that money will set me up, and I'm telling you why I'm doing it, my future family's life forever. Telling you right now, the power of compound interest as a 21-year-old making $1 million per year net in your real estate wholesaling operation will do stuff that will transcend wholesaling. This is generation stuff that will set up my future family for the rest of my life. So when I get asked why I am not buying Rolexes and Lamborghinis, it's because, think about, why do people buy that? Do they do that to impress girls? Do they do that to impress their friends who, honestly, if you have to impress your friends with materialistic things, they're probably not your right friends. So I can tell you right now, I can tell you what I make. Go ask everyone else in the Treasure Coast if I'm legit or not. I promise you, Thomas, if you look up my company on the St. Lucie County Clerk of the Court, you will find my name with the deed signed on plenty of properties where it says bought for 110, sold for 160. I'll show you the vlog where I put no money into it. You can look it up. It was on the market. It's sold for that price. I can tell you, I'm as transparent as they come because I'm not trying to make money off of you to sell you a course. I'm telling you, you won't see a Rolex from me. I've had these 2 gold chains on me since I was 14 years old. So I can just tell you right now, you can try to force me to go buy fancy stuff. I ain't going to do it. That's not who I am. I am here to transcend the way that wholesaling is being done. I'm trying to put the ego out of this business because the ego needs to come out of it. Most people go do a bunch of the flashy stuff to try to sell you on a course. I'm just trying to give you the business. I'm trying to give you the value that helped me change my life for real estate wholesaling. The reason why I do what I do, so I can live the lifestyle that I want, not the lifestyle that makes everyone else happy or makes me think I'm cool. I'd work 90 hours a week if I wanted to do that. I don't. I live the lifestyle where I can do what I want, when I want, where I want. That is richness to me. That is the business of my dreams. And if I can make millions of dollars, that's what I want to do. Appreciate it. Thanks, Thomas. LOL, I've always loved how humble Zach and I are alive, even though they make millions. Only ignorant dummies expect you to blow your money on depreciating cars and Gucci. I mean, I don't like Gucci. It's got the snakes and stuff. Honestly, that's not what I am at. I'm a sucker for anything in a Dolphins shirt or like a Florida Gators thing. Those are the clothes that I'm a sucker for. Let's see here. Let's see here. Get some questions going. What's your toughest struggle hitting the numbers you would like per VA? How soon do you hire and fire? 90 days. A lot quicker than that, honestly. The biggest struggle I always have is finding a VA that will hit consistent numbers. It's not about them hitting a number. So let's say I run an operation where you're doing weightlifting. That's the best way I could possibly do it. You do it based on their skills, not on what you require. So it's different than acquisitions person. So if I know my VA can consistently do about 400 to 500 calls, per day on the dialer, and they start doing 2 to 100, I know something's up. And I know that's how they are efficient. Some VAs can do 600 to 700. It just depends if they're on commission or not. Really depends. My toughest struggle when hitting the numbers, what I like with the VA is keeping them consistent on a schedule and having them consistently following up with the leads and actually just doing the work. Finding a VA that wants to get up and start doing the work for their family, that's the hardest one to do. I'm like 30 days. High equity vacant's way better. Hey, Zach, Dan here in Huntington Beach. Great job. I'm back in the game. I've been asked to teach foreclosure buying, but too many gurus out there. Keep up your good look. JW, just do it for free, man. I'm telling you. I sold some furniture at my moving sale and some cash buyers dropped in my lap. Told me to send them deals. I just bought 2 properties last week. Let's get it going. Zach, you're truly inspiration. Kareem, you supporting me on this channel is a true inspiration. Zach, keep being Zach. Rick, keep being Rick. Keep it up. Blessings. Okay, I'm not going to get philosophical talk here, but I don't care what you do. If you want to blow money on Gucci and the nicest stuff out there, go do it. I'll splurge on stuff. Like I have an iPhone. I don't need an iPhone. I can have a flip phone. I just like iPhones. So that's me splurging, I guess. I've had that phone for 4 or 5 years, but don't worry. Why do you have to impress people with less money than us? You guys are funny. How do I find the top wholesaler? You're going to probably have to ask around your network. Let's see here. All right. So let's check the time here. All right. So last question here. Thanks, Zach, for the great content and your time for us. Quick question. I recently started getting into SMS blasting with batch leads. I got a response from the seller and let them know who I am. And I proceeded to ask if they were opening to selling the property, but I never got the response back. So would anyone share an advice transition to get the transition to get the seller on the phone? Keith, don't text, call them. If they have any interest and you get a response and they're not answering back, just call them. Go to Google Voice, get a phone number and call. It's as simple as that. Just getting on the phone with them and calling them. That's it. We love and appreciate Zach and Rick. Lay, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Guys, your support means everything to me on this channel. You guys are awesome. I give this stuff for free because I'm trying to put these gurus out of business, and that is my goal. I don't want any money from you. I don't want any validation from you guys. My true validation that I get is from helping you guys make money and creating the business of your dreams all for free. Guys, don't be buying guru courses. Don't be doing any of this stuff. Go out here, watch the content, and probably the roughest thing out there is actually just doing the action. That is the stuff that is the secret sauce to wholesaling and making hundreds of thousands of dollars, is going out there and doing action. Once you hit the action, once you do working smarter, not harder, you will hit 200K. I'm telling you right now. Guys, I truly appreciate you guys. Go out there, create a schedule for your marketing, get going on acquisitions, and I promise you, you can go out there and